Today we are discussing Thanksgiving. It's Eli Roth's newest horror comedy slasher, and some notable people in the cast include Patrick Dempsey and Addison Rae. 1 year following a tragedy on Black Friday, a killer donning a John Carver mask terrorizes Plymouth, Massachusetts. Chances were high Thanksgiving was going to be a bad movie. Part of the reason why is because people haven't liked much of what Eli Roth has put out in recent years, and the other reason is because when you mash the concept of Thanksgiving with horror and comedy, I never in a million years imagined this movie would be good. I kind of knew what to expect from an Eli Roth slasher, so did I get what I wanted? Of course I did. But thankfully, I got even more than that. Thanksgiving is one of 2023's biggest surprises, and I had never even heard of this movie until 2 weeks ago. So for this film to turn into one of my upper half favorite films of the year is quite a surprise. It's equivalent to any whodunit slasher, except this time it's incredibly gory, about as brutal as it gets. People get their heads sliced off, bodies are cut entirely in half, a few necks are twisted backwards. If you are somebody who's queasy when it comes to blood and gore, this is probably not the movie for you. Although I'm a strange person when it comes to seeing disturbing kills in cinema. I love seeing brutal kills in slashers and action movies, but as far as the Saw movies go, I refuse to watch those, and I have no idea why. 90% of this cast I had never seen or heard of before, and honestly, it's refreshing to see new faces. I can only take so much of the same familiar actors all the time, so when a film introduces a new body of talent, I can't complain. One of the standouts in this movie was the lead, Nell Verlaque. She was very good, and the rest of the cast did a fine job too. I was shocked by this. But Patrick Dempsey led the way as this film's lone major star. Every time I see him, I'm ecstatic because I love watching him on the screen, and I wonder why they don't cast him in more big roles, because I could probably watch Patrick Dempsey in just about any movie or TV show. The movie is hilarious too. Every kill is over the top. There are a lot of F-bombs in the script. People say it here an abnormal amount of times, which I hate in some films. But for a horror comedy, it worked. I find it most hilarious too how this film spirals out of control only because a Black Friday sale turns into a riot, and that leads to a few people dying. I can't imagine anything like this happening in real life, but I give the film credit for going above and beyond with the craziness. The idea of people getting murdered because of impatience is funny as hell to me. But you know what my biggest takeaway from Thanksgiving is the fact that we have a Thanksgiving movie now. All these years, ever since I was a kid, I wondered why we don't have more Thanksgiving movies. There's like barely any. The only one that comes to mind is not really a Thanksgiving movie. It's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Does that even count? Why didn't they make more Thanksgiving movies in the past? I feel like anytime they would make one, they would integrate Christmas into the film too, so it's great getting a solo Thanksgiving movie. So Thanksgiving is all you'd expect from an Eli Roth slasher, but even better, with a multitude of hilarious brutal kills, some solid performances, and a creepy badass killer who we can add to the list of the greatest horror movie slasher villains. I don't even think I have anything bad to say about Thanksgiving for what this film is. So I'm giving Thanksgiving a 7.5 out of 10. So what are your thoughts on Thanksgiving if you've seen the movie? And what about Eli Roth? He's been a mid-director his entire life, but at least we now have this movie and his performance in Inglourious Basterds. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comment section. And of course, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.